Okay guys, so in this video we're going to talk about qualifying customers, okay? So reality is that every person is different and it's going to be at your discretion which one of these tools that you use and how you position the tools, which order you put them in. But realistically there are fundamentals that you need to know from every prospect. Who is the decision maker is an important one. You need to identify if this person you're talking to is the only decision maker or if there is another person involved in making this decision. If there is another person involved, say to the person you're talking to, hey look, I need everyone present for this meeting because I'm a really busy person and I don't have time to present this twice. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to reschedule with your wife present. If your wife is a decision maker, I need her to be here as well. Okay, it's going to show that you can take authority and that you're not afraid to lose the deal. Okay, if you're like pushing him to make a decision by himself and he's got a missus that needs to help him, then you're not going to get anywhere. If you say to him, hey look mate, I thought that I was under the impression you were the decision maker and your wife I wasn't aware she actually needed to be here, but obviously she does. That's really important. So how would you feel about us rescheduling for next week with your wife present? If he says, oh nah, how about you present it now and I'll convey everything to her, you can say to him, look mate, this is going to be a lot of information and I don't expect you to remember everything that I've talked about today, so I'd like to reschedule. Put your foot down and say, let's book in a time where she's free. No pressure, no hurry. Just let me know when that would be suitable. I'll give you a call maybe tomorrow and you have a chat with her tonight and figure out what day's best and we can reschedule tomorrow, okay? That's just going to save you half an hour because otherwise you would have presented your meeting and he wasn't even going to be able to make a decision, okay? Another thing is pain points, okay? You really need to identify what his pain points are. Okay, so identify the specific needs, challenges, and pain points. Okay, this is a really important thing, guys. You don't want to be wasting time with non-quals. Okay, I'm going to tell you an example. I used to work door to door. Okay, this is how I started in my sales career. I used to sell charity packages, trying to get people to donate to charities. And when we did door to door, we used to spend all day from 9 to 5 knocking on all of the doors to find who was home, because we knew that anyone that was home between 9 and 5, they're not working, they don't have a job, they don't have any money. So we'd look for the people that weren't home, and we knew that anybody who didn't answer the door between 9 and 5, they're out at work, they've got money, so we want to make sure that we hit them when we get back. It's the same here. You need to qualify people and you need to find out if they're even suitable to sell to. Okay, if they don't have a budget, if they don't have, the capacity to even take on more work, you're genuinely wasting your time. But these are some questions that you can use to qualify your prospect. Okay, ask specific questions around, their situation. And take note of all this stuff. Don't just ask them and forget about it. Write it down. Have a notepad with their name and like bullet points underneath it. But you can ask them, like, is there anyone else involved in this decision-making process? We talked about that. Determine the prospect's timeline. So ask them about their situation. Like, obviously, like, you've asked them, like, are these any of the problems? Do these problems sound familiar to you? Any of these things that we're helping solve in your industry? They're obviously going to pick one. And then once you find out what their problem is, ask them, like, when do you want to get this sorted? Like, is this something that you want to fix, like, today, or are you hoping to fix this problem, like, next year? And, like, make them kind of recognize that, like, it's their choice. If they want to get it sorted, they can get it sorted. If they don't, then, like, what are we even doing? We're just wasting our time. And then objections and concerns. Like, address any objections or concerns the prospect may have. This is going to allow you to identify potential roadblocks and work towards overcoming them. Ask them, like, do you have any questions? Like, is there anything that you are unsure about during the pitch? Okay, if they say no, then they're on board with what you're saying. Okay, and then based on the qualifying assessment, determine the appropriate next steps. This may include scheduling a follow-up meeting, potentially, ideally not, but providing an additional information or disqualifying the prospect if they're not a good fit. Don't be afraid to just say, hey, look, based on the answers to your questions today, I don't really think we're a good fit. I think that maybe in 6 months' time you might be in a better position to have a sit down with us. And they're going to really respect you for that. They're probably going to want to buy. But even if they do want to buy, if they're not a good qualifier, don't sell them anything because they're just going to end up being a massive headache. All right, so that's just a quick video, making sure that you don't waste your time with the wrong people. Okay.